Hello students, let's continue with CQR 5. This will be a big one because in this part we will be revising the variable overhead cost variances, standard costing. Alright? Okay, before we start with the variances, let's first recollect what you have studied in overheads. Overheads means indirect cost, indirect material plus indirect labor plus indirect expenses. Now, the difficulty that we faced with the indirect cost is how to charge it to the finished product or the job or the service, right? It was very easy to allocate the prime cost to a particular unit, but it was difficult to charge overheads to one particular unit. So, what we used to do is we used to take the base of a budget. We used to take the base of budgeted cost sheet or maybe the last year's cost sheet. With the help of this budgeted cost sheet, we used to calculate the recovery rates, right? Overhead recovery rates. Then finally, with the help of this recovery rates, we used to charge it to the actual number of customers. We used to recover the overheads from our actual number of customers, right? So that was the overheads absorbed. But later on, when the bill came, we used to find the actual overheads. So we used to find a difference between the actual overheads and the overheads absorbed. So basically, if I make the overheads account now, so overheads account used to look something like this: actual overheads on the debit side and the overheads absorbed, yeah, or the overheads recovered on the credit side. So now suppose if there is a difference, there will be a balance. So if there is a debit balance here, debit balance means the debit side is higher, the credit side is lower. So we absorbed, we recovered less. So debit balance means a under absorption. While if there is a credit balance means the credit side is more. Credit side is more means the overheads absorbed or the overheads recovered is more. So the result will be a over absorption, right? So in variances, what we are doing is we are calculating this under or over absorption only. The under absorption here will be called as adverse variance, and the over absorption here will be called as the favorable variance, right? Okay, so this is what we will be calculating. Let's begin now with the essentials needed to calculate the variable overhead cost variances. First of all, we need to calculate something called as the overhead recovery rate, that is the SRR. We normally call it as the standard recovery rate. It is nothing but the same as overhead recovery rate. How to calculate that? We used to take the budgeted data as a base. So the budgeted overheads divided by the budgeted output, budgeted units will be the SRR per unit. Budgeted overheads will be given, budgeted output also will be given. We just have to calculate the SRR or the ORR per unit. Similarly, we also have to calculate the overhead recovery rate per hour. How to calculate that? Again, the same thing, budgeted overheads divided by the budgeted hours. Alright? Okay. Once we have calculated this, we can calculate the overhead variances. So, first of all, we calculate the variable overhead cost variance, which is divided into two parts. What are these two parts? The first one being the expenditure variance, and the second one being the efficiency variance. So, the summation of expenditure variance and efficiency variance will be the cost variance. Often a question like this can be asked in the examination. Cost minus expenditure variance is efficiency variance. Cost minus efficiency variance is expenditure variance. And expenditure variance plus efficiency variance is cost variance. Alright. Now the formula is, let's see. First of all, cost variance, variable overhead cost variance. So the formula goes like this: SRR per unit multiplied by actual units minus the actual overheads. Alright. Now try to understand what you are doing here. The thing that you have written in bracket, that is SRR per unit into actual units, that's basically the overheads absorbed, and you are comparing that to what? To the actual overheads. So you are comparing absorbed to the actual. Now suppose if the result is negative. Negative means you have absorbed less, right? If the actual is more, absorption is less, then the result will be an under absorption. Under absorption will be called here as the adverse variance. So If the result is a negative answer, it will be an adverse variance. While if in the case of in reverse case, that is if the answer is a positive answer, it means that we have absorbed more. Over absorption here will be called as favorable variance. All right. Okay. After calculating the cost variance, next one will be the expenditure variance, right? How to calculate expenditure variance? Same as cost variance. The only difference will be instead of using the base of units, we will use the base of hours. How to do that? Simple. SRR per hour multiplied by actual hours. Instead of units, you're taking hours. And you will deduct the actual overheads from it. Again, you are comparing absorbed to the actuals. So the result will be same. Negative answer means adverse variance. Positive answer means favorable variance. Last but not the least is variable overhead efficiency variance. Now, you must be remembering we used to calculate an efficiency variance in labor cost variances as well, right? So, what you're doing here, you're checking the efficiency. So, how to check that? By comparing the standard hours with the actual hours. Here, standard hours means the standard labor hours. You can use the same standard labor hours that you must have calculated in calculation of labor cost variances. All right. So here, the standard labor hours will be compared to the actual labor hours. You will get a variance, but now you have calculated a variance only of hours. So you have to multiply it with some rate. In labor variances, we also multiplied the same, calculated the difference of the same, but we used to multiply it with the wage rate. Here, you will multiply it with the overheads rate, and we have calculated that. You will multiply it with the SRR per hour, right? Again, the same thing, positive means favorable and negative means adverse. All right. So let's further revise with the help of an example. So example goes like this. Budgeted production for Jan is 300 units. Budgeted variable overheads is 7,800. So we can calculate the overhead recovery rate per unit. Standard time for one unit is 20 hours. Okay. Instead of providing budgeted hours, they gave us the standard time for one unit. So one unit can be produced in 20 hours. So think about it. If we are producing 300 units budgeted, then what must have been the budgeted hours? 300 units multiplied by 20 hours, right? For one unit, if we need 20 hours, so for 300 units, how many hours? This is what we are doing, right? Next, actual production is given 250 units. Actual hours worked is given 4,500 hours. Okay. Actual variable overheads is also given. We are required to calculate the overhead cost variances. So let's go. First of all, we will calculate the basic details, SRR per unit. So for that, budgeted overheads divided by the budgeted output. Budgeted overheads is given 7,800. Budgeted output is 300. So it will be 7,800 upon 300. That is, it will be 26 per unit, right? You must have calculated budgeted hours also. Budgeted hours is 300 units into 20, that is 6,000. So if I calculate the SRR per hour, that will be budgeted overheads divided by budgeted hours, that is 7,800 divided by 6,000. If we calculate that, it's 1.3 per hour. Okay. Let's calculate one more detail that we will be needing in efficiency variance, and that's the standard hours. How to calculate the standard hours? Always remember, whenever I'm talking about standard, standard means for actual. Standard hours means the standard labor hours for producing the actual output. Okay. So now, if I calculate that, how will I calculate that? For one unit, we need 20 hours. So if actually we produce 250 units, so for 250 units, at the rate 20 hours, we should have consumed 5,000 hours. That's the standard hours. All right. Now let's calculate the variances. First one, obviously we will start with the cost variance first. So we know the formula. The cost variance is SRR per unit multiplied by actual units minus actual overheads. So if we calculate that, SRR per unit was 26, actual units were 250 and actual overheads was 7,000. If we calculate that, it will be 500 negative, means adverse. Expenditure variance, SRR per hour multiplied by actual hours minus actual overheads. So if we calculate that, 1.3 SRR per hour multiplied by actual hours 4500 minus actual overheads 7000. So if we calculate that, it is 1150 negative, that is adverse. And finally, we can calculate the efficiency variance. Efficiency variance is standard hours minus actual hours multiplied by standard recovery rate per hour. So standard hours we just now calculated 5000, actual hours is 4500. So 5000 minus 4500 into 1.3. If we calculate that, it's 650 favorable. You can always cross check that because expenditure variance plus efficiency variance should be cost variance. So 1150 negative plus 650 positive will give me the cost variance, that is 500 negative. Alright. So I hope you revise the variable overhead cost variances. We will continue with some other topic in the next part. We'll stop for now.